Step outside into almost any Ugandan garden, and you are immediately surrounded by a hidden, bustling world. Insects are the most successful animals on the planet, and they are everywhere. Many are essential helpers. Bees travel from blossom to blossom, pollinating our coffee trees and mangoes, so they can actually produce the fruit we need to eat and sell. But we also live with scavengers. Houseflies and cockroaches thrive in waste, using their hairy legs to pick up germs and contaminate our meals with diseases like cholera or typhoid. The most dangerous of all is the female Anopheles mosquito. She acts as a vector, a carrier that spreads malaria to millions of Ugandans every single year. Whether they are helping our crops or spreading disease, all these creatures share a basic biological layout. Understanding that layout is what allows us to protect our health. You can think of an insect like a machine built from three main sections: the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. The head serves as the control center. It houses the compound eyes and the antennae, those sensitive feelers used for smelling and touching the world around them. This middle section, the thorax, is the engine room. Every wing and all 6 legs are attached right here. At the rear, the abdomen acts as the fuel tank and cargo hold. It contains the digestive system and the reproductive organs needed to lay eggs. That 6-leg rule is a great way to identify a true insect. If you find a pest with 8 legs, like a spider or a tick, you're actually looking at a different group of animals entirely. Identifying exactly where an insect's sensors and engines are located is the first step toward learning how to stop the harmful ones. Insects grow by completely rebuilding their bodies through a series of dramatic physical changes, a transformation called metamorphosis. And the mosquito moves through this timeline incredibly fast. In just 2 to 3 weeks, it can transform from a single egg into a flying adult. This entire process requires stagnant water. Anything from a muddy puddle to an old wash basin or a discarded tire provides the perfect environment for a mosquito to multiply. If we can find these hidden pools of water around our homes, we can stop the next generation of malaria carriers before they even emerge. The life cycle begins on the water surface, where the eggs are laid to float in small clusters. These hatch into the larva stage, often called a wriggler. The larva lives underwater, but has to hang upside down from the surface to breathe oxygen through a tiny tube. Next is the pupa, or tumbler. This is a comma-shaped resting stage where the insect transforms, but it still needs to stay near the surface to reach the air. Finally, the adult mosquito breaks out of the pupa casing, dries its wings, and takes flight. This reveals a massive tactical advantage. For 3 out of its 4 life stages, the mosquito is completely trapped in a tiny pool of water, unable to escape. Because we know where they are trapped, we can attack the mosquito long before it is old enough to bite. The most effective tactic is simply removing the water. By draining puddles and emptying old containers, we take away the only place they can lay their eggs. For water that cannot be drained, like a pit latrine, we can use oil. A small amount poured onto the surface quickly spreads out into a very thin, unbroken layer. This oil layer seals off the air. It blocks the larva's breathing tube, making it impossible for the insect to get oxygen, causing it to suffocate. Using these biological weak points is a much smarter and cheaper way to fight malaria than waiting for the mosquitoes to hatch and fly. When mosquitoes do reach the adult stage, we move our defense to the air. During the hot day, mosquitoes hide in tall, damp grass. Slashing the bushes around your home destroys these resting places and keeps them away from your family. At night, insecticide-treated nets provide a final layer of protection. They don't just keep mosquitoes away, they kill them on contact. It might be tempting to spray strong chemicals everywhere to kill every insect in sight, but that would be a mistake. Mass spraying kills the useful insects too. Without bees and butterflies to pollinate our flowers, our farms wouldn't produce the crops we need to survive. By focusing on the specific biology of our enemies, we can act as precise health champions. We can stop the spread of malaria at the source, while ensuring the bees and butterflies continue their essential work in our gardens.